burn it up, yeah. Why, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a Revolting review. I'm Random Ross, and today I am reviewing Evil Dead Burn. Yes, written by Sebastian Van Keck and Florent Bernard, based on the Evil Dead series from Sam Raimi, and of course it is directed by Sebastian Van Keck. Am I pronouncing that name right? Starring Sohela Yakuda or something, Tambi Wright, Hunter Doohan, Lucane Bolcherman or something, Errol Shand, and Maud Davey. So this one follows a young woman after mourning the loss of her husband. She seeks solace with her in-laws following the death of her husband, as the family come together for a secluded house. The gathering becomes the family reunion from hell as family members gradually turn into Deadites, and of course starts causing chaos and gore and mutilation and all that shit that you get from these films. So what did I like about this one? Well, this is the sixth film in the Evil Dead franchise, and the third one to not include Ash Williams. Well, he did briefly appear in the end credit scene of Evil Dead 2013, but this, I like that we got I like that it actually continued on from where the previous film Evil Dead Rise ended / began, because Evil Dead Rise, as it opens, and then we go back 24 hours before, and then at the end it comes back to like how it all happened with the young Deadite girl from that one, her name being the young woman who appeared at the beginning and the end of Evil Dead Rise. And basically she boils one fisherman alive, does a hellraiser with fish hooks with one guy, and then of course she stands in the middle of the road and basically causes a car to crash with the guy named Will inside, and she passes the possession onto him and basically burns him, and then, like I've just said, the plot already. And yeah, so I liked that we got a sort of direct continuation from that. And we get the Deadites back causing their mayhem and their horrors. And yeah, there was some very small light humour in there, which I liked. There's like a bit where chaos is unfolding and the grandmother with dementia is making her way upstairs on the stair lift. I thought that was a little humorous. And basically the Deadites doing what they do, feeding on the trauma, the horrors and that. Good makeup and visual effects, I gotta say. They did some good visual effects. Now, I gotta warn dog lovers about here, because there is a scene where the family dog gets it, I'm afraid. Yeah, just a word of warning to all you dog lovers out there, because I know how we all feel about animals such as dogs getting it in the film, and we do see a dog get it, but then the dog gets possessed and becomes a Deadite himself. But still, yeah, so just a word of warning to you dog lovers, okay? So prepare yourselves for that if you still intend on going to see it. I also, for our main protagonist, our final girl, Alice, was good in this. She sort of went from a abused, in a rough marriage, sort of abused a bit by Will. Then throughout the film evolves into a bit of a badass and takes on the whole Deadite possessed family, including her husband Will that comes back, and yeah, everything gets burnt, hence the title of it, Evil Dead Burn. And yeah, we see Alice as the final girl. So now we have 3 final girls out there, and I'm thinking, are they assembling Mia, Beth, and Alice for Evil Dead Wrath? Because we are getting another Evil Dead film called Evil Dead Wrath, and I'm assuming that's still going ahead. And is it setting things in motion for that? There is a mid-credit scene and there is a post-credit scene. A post-credit scene that ties in with the previous movie, so be sure to stick around for the credits. Okay, so you'll see some brutality, that it's not all over yet, and a little cameo from someone from the previous movie, Evil Dead Rise, again. So, like I say, stick around for the credits. Also, like I say, it didn't feel as gory as the other two. Still brutal. There's a bit where the family matriarch is now a Deadite and he blows his head off in various places. There's even a bit where a woman gets her fingers trapped and chopped off through a car door. There's the whole bit you see in the trailer where she's downing candle wax, a guy falls on the dishwasher. That's why you should always put the silverware facing down. But, yeah, we get, the humour toned down quite a lot. Not as humorous. I mean, the last 2 Evil Dead films haven't been as humorous as Army of Darkness or Evil Dead 2 or Ash vs. Evil Dead. So I kind of like that they're still doing something right here. But I will say that this is probably the weakest one of the 3. I mean, it's got a high score on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff. So they do, it's doing. I think it's going to do well enough to get that Evil Dead Wrath. But I do feel that the last 20 minutes, I would say, the final act kind of dragged on a bit. The final act did drag on a little bit. And I feel like maybe they could have cut 10 minutes out of this film and have it run for a good hour and a half. Because it's not on long. It's only on for about an hour and 40 minutes. But, towards the end I got a bit fidgety and like thinking it's going on a little bit. But, I saw it through to the end. I'll probably wait till this is available on home media to watch it again. But I'm glad I did go to the cinema and see it. I don't regret that. I don't regret watching it on the big screen. And I was, this is one of my, this was like the first most anticipated film for the second half of this year. And is probably, the first horror I've seen on this side of 2026. And will probably make my best horror movies by the end of the year, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But Evil Dead Burn, it's not the worst one, but it's not exactly the best. It was okay. It was alright with what they had. And I did like the mid-credit scenes we got in there with, the granny Deadites still out there and what we see at the funeral home. Should warn you as well, if you're a bit thingy about kids getting killed, just prepare yourself for that one. But it definitely did earn its 18 rated certificate. I thought it was just some fun gore, some fun horror mayhem. If you like the Evil Dead franchise, you'll like this one. So, Evil Dead Burn definitely does that. Burns. So, I thought it was okay. And the next one, Evil Dead Wrath, I'll anticipate that. When that will happen, I don't know. Could be another 3 years, could be another year. Like I say, I've not really looked upon that one much other than its title, and that this one's probably set it up. I like to think in the next one, we get the 3 final girls, Mia, Beth, and Alice assemble for Evil Dead Wrath, facing them one last time. Because this timeline, I don't even consider the 2013 film a remake. I consider it a standalone sequel set within the Evil Dead universe, and Ash is out there somewhere. Or if you've watched the TV show Ash vs. Evil Dead, you'll know that he's currently in cryostasis until the far future when he wakes. Anyway, I'm going on a bit now. I'm going to just wrap this up now, get to my ratings. I will give Evil Dead Burn, I'll give it a 3.5 stabs out of 5. 3.5 stabs out of 5 for Evil Dead Burn. So, there you are. There is my review for that one. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are linked down below in the description, so you can check all that out. I've been Random Ross. This has been a Revolting review, and until next time, don't have nightmares.